All right. Ooh. Find my glasses. Misplaced them. Taking off my sweater or hoodie. It was getting way too warm. And I left it on top. Left it on top of the glasses. Finally found them. Finally remembered that's what it is. These rocks. Be mindful about edging in that direction for debris because of the windows. So that's why I'm kind of doing it at a slower speed, a less than ideal speed, just to minimize if a rock were to fling that it wouldn't be like a bullet. This one here is going to be a push mow. It's getting nice and thick too. It's a bit of a weedy lawn. Lots of clover in this one. Yeah, it's still wet back here. Still wet from the rain last night, and it is 1:30 in the afternoon. It's still pretty wet in spots. Guess I should probably aim that down. Get distracted with the light. Try to change the angles up. Depending on if I'm walking or actually working. Yeah, so anyways, I decided to do the live stream over here at this next house. And the last one was at. Might as well. The weather's good. There'll be times of year when the live streaming won't be possible, so might as well take advantage, even if it means doing multiple ones on the same day. The battery on this thing. Haven't been looking at it for a while. It's down to 1 bar. Oh. Sorry, there's a bit of, I think there's a comment, but there's a bit of glare on my back right now. That's on the screen. You see when I get into back to the trailer, you can kind of turn around. Hard to see here. Let me go into the shade. Randy Torbo, what mower do you have? Oh, I have a Craftsman M270. I am currently using the Crest commercial mower today. It's a 60 volt battery mower. This likely will be one of the last few weeks that I use the Crest stuff. I've already transitioned to the Milwaukee trimmer, starting with the Milwaukee blower today. The Crest stuff is very high end, very good quality for the most part. It's got some quirks, but on this channel, a lot of the brands and stuff that I use are brands that I work with, and my partnership agreement basically with Crest has ended. And there's a bunch of companies this year that are having some financial issues, I call it, probably due to tariffs and things like that. So they've decided, Crest at least decided, this morning I actually heard from them, that they are not going to be renewing the agreement. So that means that I won't be using the Crest stuff anymore. Just because if I'm creating content, I treat the whole like YouTube and Instagram and all that stuff as basically a second business. So if I'm not working with a brand, then I'm not going to use their equipment, essentially. So that's why I say this Crest mower is likely the last few times you guys will see it, which is a bit unfortunate because I like to do long-term reviews. Although I've been using this mower now for about a year and a half, so I guess that's good enough of a long-term review. And the mower itself has been pretty rock solid. A little bit of wear on the front wheels where the tread has come off kind of prematurely, but overall the mower's been good. The only issue really kind of with Crest equipment that I've had is with the charger, where the dual port rapid charger that they have, 30 amp charger, for some reason the port number 2 or the second battery spot always gives me issues, always seems to fail, and they have replaced it a few times for me. I'm on my third one, and it's done the same thing. Now, it's not like catastrophic, it just means that you just have to watch it and make sure that it actually connects and starts charging the battery. Where previously, when I first got it, you could just throw the battery on there and it would automatically charge. You didn't have to worry about it. And the side that's labeled 1 always does that. You throw a battery in, it just automatically works. But port 2, for some reason, works fine in the beginning, and then after a month or so of use, it's like the little clip or mechanism or something that the battery clips into kind of wears out and doesn't let the charger know that there's a battery on there. So you just got to make sure and watch it. So I usually start when I'm charging dual batteries, 2 batteries, I will start on port 2 instead of port 1 first and make sure that that has worked, connected, and starts charging. Because once it starts charging, then it's fine. And port 2 I can just throw on there and not even worry about it. It'll start charging once that's port 2 is done. But other than that, all the other Crest stuff has been pretty awesome. So kind of a bummer that they don't have any budget to do any more of the work that we were doing. So this year I'm going to be trying, well, the Milwaukee stuff I've always liked. I was using Milwaukee hedge trimmers previously anyways. So I reached out to Milwaukee to see, since I'm not working with Crest this year, that be good opportunity to try out the Milwaukee mower and blowers and stuff as a another alternative, a more cost-effective, I think, alternative, I guess I would say. That was the biggest thing when doing like the videos with the Crest stuff. It's like I say, it's awesome, high-end stuff, but it's a lot of people, it's hard to justify the cost of the Crest. So the Milwaukee will be nice because in that sense, it's very accessible to people, price-wise. Batteries are, the availability of that M18 platform. So it'll be interesting to see how it performs, though. So I'm waiting for the Milwaukee mower to arrive. It unfortunately is back ordered. And then I was planning on using, I've got also the Exmark Commercial 21 battery mower, V series. So I was planning on pulling that one out because I hadn't used it yet this year. Anyways, so I might do that and pull out the X Mark Commercial 21 V series. Not sure, just for the sake of getting like a charge cycles and stuff through it, because I haven't used it in a while. Not sure how many years you can go without using the batteries, or if it makes a difference or anything like that. See, you have another comment. Let me just get a chance here. Overall, I much prefer the battery equipment over the gas stuff that I've used. Well, I've been using the battery stuff for about 2 years. Really, full time, like other than big mowers. And I've been in business. This is my 20th season. So I got a lot of years of gas powered equipment. That kind of sounded funny. I got a lot of years of gas. You need to take an antacid or something, buddy. Got a lot of years of gas powered equipment usage and experience under my belt, I should say. Let's see here. Need to get new front wheels for it though. They're starting to get old. Randy Tergoli, my neighbor has got a Hart 40-volt lawnmower last week and self-propelled. Nice. Yeah, I don't know much about the Hart brand. The mower wheels, though, that's a good point. I have noticed, even on the gas models, that whatever they're using, like this one here, it's only a year and a half old, and you can see some big chunks missing where the rubber has just come off. And previously, with the Honda commercial mowers, the gas mowers, I had one that an HRC 216 that I had for 10 years, and the wheels on that look brand new still. And then I had replaced it with another newer model, and within a year, the brand new HR 216 from, what year was that? It was actually 2016. The rubber was like completely bald on those. So they obviously changed something, or availability of certain compounds or something. It doesn't look too bad. I need to clean it out. Has changed. So luckily I kept my original HRC216, the 10-year-old one, and I will at some point swap out those wheels onto the other one, the newer model. I don't plan to use I don't ever plan to use the gas lawnmower anymore, but I know the Honda HRC 216 is kind of like nostalgic for me, as it's a very popular mower here. It's what my business, like I said, what I used for like 10 years. So the only other thing, kind of nitpicky thing about the Crest mower that I don't like is the speed control here. So the bail that turns it on and off here at the bottom is basically just a on-off switch. It's not variable speed. The variable speed is on the selector here. So you're constantly, it's best described as more of a jerky motion because it's either full speed or no speed, full speed or no speed, right? So you're constantly playing with this versus some other mowers like the X Mark Commercial 21, the self propel. There is no like speed thing here. It's just in the bale in this section. So the more you squeeze it, the faster you go. So you can really feather, and it becomes a much smoother experience. So that's the only kind of downside to this mower. Is I wish it had the variable speed on the bale and not on that selector switch. Also, in general, another thing that I don't understand about these commercial 21-inch mowers, the Crest, the X Mark, actually a lot of them, a lot of the brands, is this plain metal handle here is really annoying. There's like no ergonomics to it. You have your hands like that. Sometimes your wrists are bent. The whole old Honda HRC 216s had that kind of bent upwards. It was a much more natural wrist position. And yet, a lot of these companies will have lots of ergonomics built into their homeowner models, which, that's somebody using it once a week. Us commercial guys are using these mowers every day, all day long, and the handle positions is like an afterthought. Really makes no sense to me. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to, that Milwaukee mower, is that they actually have a much more comfortable hand position for long or all day type mowing. You can see my rear wheel there is getting all green. That's telling me that it's clogged up. With most mowers, when you're bagging, you can kind of tell if it's clogging by just the look of the bag, that deflation, where kind of when you first turn it on, it kind of inflates like a balloon from the air flow, and then once it clogs, of course, the air is restricted. I've noticed in a lot of battery mowers, ones that I've tried, that even when the bag is full, there's still air passing through. I think that's because of the torque. That electric motors have all the extra torque, where, for example, if it's raining and I'm mowing like pure wet grass, the deck clogs, and with a gas mower, you hear the mower bog down, like it slows down. With an electric mower, you don't hear that. It's still full RPM. There's so much torque. So with like this mower, for example, I can't use that bag deflation. See how it inflated there and then deflates there? So I can't use that trick to kind of monitor when the bag is full, because even when it's full, those blades are still going and still sending air through somehow. So on this mower, the kind of tell that it would have in poker terms is that rear left wheel behind you or in front of the operator. So this wheel here starts to get covered in grass clippings when the mower is clogged. And then as you start mowing again, those grass clippings start to come off the wheel. Once you've got the bagger cleared and the deck cleaned, and then you just start watching it again to see when you get. So like there, you can see there's a lot less grass on that rear wheel now. So it'll start to basically kind of gets cleaned up until it starts clogging again. So I gotta watch the rear wheel on this particular mower. See if we can make it without having to empty the bag again until we're finished. Don't know. Oh yeah, that worked out. Looks pretty good. Gonna empty out the bag here and clean out the deck so I don't track any wet grass. Oh, actually the deck's pretty good. Yeah, that doesn't need cleaning. $155. There we go. Let's see if I can. House next door has some Schaefer beetle damage, so they are reseeding. Got the little twirly things on there trying to keep the skunks and crows away. Not sure if it's working or not, but You see that a lot around here. Even scarecrows and stuff people putting up on their front lawns. I'll move that back a little bit. Grab the new Milwaukee blower. Say this blower's been really nice so far. Packs a punch for a handheld battery unit. Gentle around all their stuff here. Don't want to blow all their stuff around. Just cleaning up those clippings. It's also nice that this unit has a bottom handle as well. Right here. Another option, especially if you're using attachments on this. I believe they have a gutter cleaning kit. Clips onto the end there. And you can hold both handles there. I think that about wraps it up for this one, as well as for the stream. Got another house, but that I could potentially continue the stream on. We'll see. Maybe I'll just drive over there, leave the stream connected. It's only a few blocks over. That would be a turf tracer one, and it's a house with a ton of Schaefer beetle damage, so that actually might be pretty good to show what all the damage looks like. They're figuring out what they're going to do with it. Alright, so as I get in the truck here, it's going to switch the audio from my headset to the Bluetooth on the truck. So, and then it should switch back when I get to the next house. So it's on the window because it's getting hot. flavored water. Watermelon flavored. Actually pretty good. I'm trying it. Watermelon flavored sparkling water. This one, turn around at the end of this cul-de-sac so I can go back facing the right direction. That should have switched over the microphone automatically. If somebody can maybe let me know if the audio is working, that would be good. Yeah. For the next one here, actually, you know, I'm probably gonna have to swap the battery out of that trimmer too. We'll be down to 1 bar, so we'll do that. We'll switch the battery out, just so I'm not having to walk back to the truck mid-lawn. Could always take a battery off the blower, but I want to monitor how much power the blower is using. Yeah, see, it's down to 1. It's not flashing yet, but just for the sake of not having to make like the walk of shame, I'll swap it out. I've got a 12, fully juiced. Fully juiced 12. All right. And remove my glasses again. Should actually just see 1 second before I start how I'm doing for battery on here. Any battery there? Nope. All right, I'm at 27% battery, so don't know if I'll make it through this entire lawn. I'll stream till it starts giving me warnings. It'll start with a 20% battery warning and then go to 10%. So when it gets to about 10, then I'll keep checking it to see how close we are. This lawn here is 100% a utility cut. It is not a like high-end type lawn, although it might be in a little while, in a few years. They've asked me to start taking care of it in terms of like fertilizers and stuff. So I will be doing that once we sort out what's happening with the back and all the damage that's on the lawn. And see that if it hasn't been taken care of yet. They're still kind of figuring out what they wanted to do. I think we use the turf tracer on this one. Always trying to be mindful of people's vehicles. Yeah, the front lawn hasn't been on this side. Has not been addressed. So you were going to get some other quotes as well for the repair. Let's see, survey says, oh yeah, it's still a little damaged. Yeah, so this is a good example of what Schaefer beetle damage looks like. Just completely torn up. So that needs a complete redoing, whether with seed or sod. Oh, it's always funny little areas to trim around here, and it's gotten worse since I've started mowing this property. This whole side here of this lawn used to be wide open. It was just the fence, and since mowing, like, it's been about 3 years or so, it almost seems like on a weekly basis I'll show up and something is different. So, for example, these trees have been added, and then there's some blueberries at the end there that have been added, but they're not in a garden bed, there's no protection around them, so it's just kind of strange. So it's added a ton of trimming to this job, and like I can't mow or trim around blueberry like that. Like, these trimmers will destroy it. So I have to leave a little thing, and now it's starting to look crazy, ridiculous. So the only thing I've been able to do is just I've done some price increases over the past couple of years because trimming time has increased significantly. Let's see what I can do there. And then there's some more damage around the corner here too. And the damage isn't from the actual Schaefer beetle itself. It's from wildlife. Mostly raccoons, but crows as well. They come and they rip up the turf to let you see because they know the grubs were under there. And they're looking for, I guess for them, a tasty treat. So, as of right now, I'm just kind of, as you can see, running the trimmer over those high points, just trying to keep it sorted. Until they sort out what they want to do for the repair. Lots of different options. Repairing, but also maybe removing some of the lawn as well would be a good option. Like this whole side area there is kind of, I don't think, used. Having it maybe gravel or something would be nicer, cleaner looking. You see these garden beds don't ever get tended to. So we just do what we can. Work within the budget. Ugh. Got my first battery warning, saying 20% remaining. Not sure when that came on, so it could be already lower than that. Just knock down this tall stuff off the. And then this big weeping willow tree here doesn't help the lawn. Oh, look at that under the shed there. With a hole for like wildlife. Or maybe a raccoon or something is hiding under there. Burrowed under the ground there. Quite possibly. I don't know, do raccoons burrow underground? Or do they sleep in trees? I don't know. I just know that there's lots of raccoons around this neighborhood. As well as lots of wild rabbits. There are rabbits everywhere. Especially in the evening. They come out. See them when you're driving a car through the neighborhoods. Your headlights kind of shine, see their eyes reflecting. People's front lawns and stuff. My dog goes crazy for the rabbits. She's a little beagle, so that's what she was bred for originally, I guess. They're hunting dogs. Clear this battery warning. So that we can see when a 10% warning comes up. And see how close we are to finishing before I have to end the stream. No other questions from anybody? What do you guys think of that grub damage? Is that something you guys have to deal with where you're at? It's relatively new in the city that I'm in. There's some surrounding cities where those Schaefer grubs have been an issue for about 10 years. But there is a large river here in British Columbia called the Fraser River, and all the cities that were affected were on the other side of that river, so it acted like a kind of natural defense for 10 years, but it started popping up on this side of the river about 3 years ago and then working its way east, so that now the whole area and community that I service is now fully affected by the Schaefer. So this will be the first year where I'll be recommending to clients to start putting a grub control down in July for the life cycle of those particular Schaefer beetle. 3rd week of July is what is recommended for treatment, just as their eggs are hatching. It's going to be a little bit noisier, of course, with the bigger mower. Got that bag. Alright, so we will stream as long as we can. Matthew says, we need more of this. This is brilliant. Love it. If you're referring to the live stream, that's awesome. Glad you enjoy it. I've been doing them started experimenting with them last year. And of course, started doing a bunch of them this year as well. Try to do one a day of my mowing days, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Sometimes I do them with some other jobs, like I did an aerating one. The tough thing is that I can't advertise what time or day or what, because every situation, every house is different. So it's kind of like just whoever shows up, shows up. All right, anyways, it's going to be a little bit noisier. The IsoTunes Pros will probably cancel out some of the noise, but I'll try to do some narration, but it always sounds like I'm in a tunnel or something. glasses. Yeah, the turf tracer is definitely a beast. You can see as well that the lawn is still a little bit wet. It rained last night. It is 2:24 in the afternoon here on the Pacific Northwest. So the sun just started coming up here in the afternoon. So it hasn't fully dried the lawn, so it's not too bad. It's not soaking wet, but you can see on the wheels of the mower that the wheels are wet from going on the lawn. So it does a pretty good job. I'm using the Gator mulching blades right now, so I don't even have high lift blades, and for the most part it does pretty good. I need to get some high lift blades though, because I do bag a lot. Ironically, I've been using this mower since about 2017, and I've only ever used the mulching blades with it, different sets, but I should really try some high lifts on it. But it does usually pretty good. On this mower, I'm always watching the bag there on the side for the inflation, just like the battery mower on that previous lawn. But on this particular mower, the inflation is the true kind of key. Once it deflates or starts to lose inflation, then you know it's starting to clog. It's time to empty the bag. And we'll see if I can get you guys a better angle too. Once I'm in the backyard, where I take off the phone off my neck, it's hanging off a holder on my neck, and maybe prop it up somewhere, give you guys a different view instead of just the POV style. I'm also dealing with the battery going low as well. So we already had a 20% warning. This is the second live stream in a row that I've done. So usually I only do one and then charge the battery in between. Open the bin, take the bagger off so I can get through the gate, empty the bagger. Of course, that back lawn has all that Schaefer damage that I'll have to mow around. There's also a trampoline back there that I will be mowing around. I don't move trampolines. I used to, but because the ground is so soft here and the kids are playing on the trampoline, it starts to dig into the soil. And then you come by yourself to mow lawn and you're trying to hold the trampoline and it's kind of like wedging itself in the ground. I've hurt my back plenty of times in the past when I'm trying to move people's trampolines. As a policy, I don't do it anymore. So, client, if they want it mowed, have to move the trampoline each week. So you can get a tripod and shove it on or something. Yeah, that's what I have been trying. Normally is just try putting it, just to save time, I just take it, keep it on the neck holder. I just take the neck holder off my neck and then just sit it on top of something like a garbage can or something and use that as kind of like as the tripod. Yeah, so you can see this lawn is just, it's becoming an issue here with all the Schaefer damage and stuff, so See if he sorts it out. Just banged into that. I'm getting another battery warning here, which is not good. What are we going to do? 10% now. Battery warning. Yeah, you know what? Some clients are fantastic about making sure everything's clear. Others, not so much. So this, like this becomes tricky now because I'm trying to. Normally I would just fly around the circle of this thing, but because of that damage, I got to waste time going backwards now. Get this part of it. Sort that out. Starts to become a nuisance. There's so many obstacles in the way on this lawn. And like I say, it's, when I first took on this lawn, it used to be so much more straightforward, easy mow. It was wide open. And in the last couple of years, it keeps adding things. And the funny thing is that they add things by hiring another company. So there's a couple of times where I've showed up to mow the lawn, and there's another lawn care company here, but they're like installing trees or those blueberry bushes or whatever, right? So it's kind of funny. It's like, hello. So normally what I do here is the client, like I would mow this open area right here, then the client would move the trampoline to that area. And then next week I mow where the trampoline was this week. But you'll get clients where they just get busy or forget or whatever, and so this trampoline's been sitting here for 2 or 3 weeks now in the same spot. Eventually he'll move it, and I'll mow it. But especially as I get older, it's not worth it for me to move trampolines and stuff. If I pull a muscle in my back or things like that, like have happened countless times when I was younger, it's more of an issue if I can't go out and mow everybody else's lawns. So it's not worth it to me. If they want to move it, they can move it. And if they don't, they're not happy with that, then they are free to find somebody else to mow it. They will move it. That's the way it is. Try to hug the trampoline as close as I can. interesting, the contrast though. Some clients you go to and everything is like immaculate on the property. Others, it's not. That bag is still inflated. So that's good. Looks like it was able to handle all of the grass clippings. Just gonna redo a little section here. Seeing some stragglers right along here. That edge. Well, I can probably tell why. It looks like the ground's a bit uneven, so it looks like the mower kind of is not riding completely flat in that spot. Takes a few minutes to damage there. They sort that out, decide what they want to do. Oh, you know what? I totally forgot to position the camera in an alternate spot. But I did that on my first live stream this earlier, the one just before this one. So if you want to check that out, I was at a different house. I used the turf tracer as well, and I put the camera in an alternate position. Sorry about that. Totally forgot to. Yeah, there's enough room there. Need to get some new straps. I know I keep saying that every live stream. Just life is busy. Maybe I should just look online and order some instead of. I always think of straps as something I just go out and buy at a store, but maybe I should just order some. That'll hold. Don't know how we're doing for battery. Had that 10% warning. Sorry. It's just blowing the dust off this phone screen. Ugh. Another one done. Other than the blowing. Oh my goodness. saying, oh my goodness, because my back keeps tweaking when I stretch. I slept wrong. Woke up a bit sore. Doesn't this thing look like a rocket ship or a spaceship or something? It's just crazy. Works amazing. Love it. That variable speed trigger works really well on it. It has that cruise control option. I don't really use that though. Maybe if it was like a huge property, I could see that. It's like a sliding lever on there. Most of the properties I do are smaller, so I tend to just get over there. And just one spot over here. And then that trim piece keeps falling. Ugh. Every week. Oh. Bring some. So you know what? There's a spot here. Then I'm gonna bring the trimmer back and touch that up. The mower didn't quite get in there, so let me do that. What time is it? 2:42 in the afternoon. Looking forward to that Milwaukee mower when that comes. Not sure when it will though. Whether it's next week, next month, 3 months. Just know that they're telling me that they are back ordered. So I guess that's a good sign though. It means that they're popular. All right. Unfortunately, the battery died there on the end of the mowing there with no warning. So quickly threw the battery pack on the phone. and was able to connect back up. But now I'm in portrait mode, I guess. So I'm going to end it there. Thanks for joining me, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll catch you in the next one.